follows.
You say that like it's not super cool. Grimsburg.
Special preview Sunday, January 7th on Fox.
We're back with Holly Miner. Now, she just shared some cooking tips for your turkey in our last segment. But now that your Thanksgiving dinner is done, what do you do with all those leftovers, huh?
Lots of leftovers on Thanksgiving, right? So
Absolutely.
The first thing we want to do is make sure that we are putting those leftovers away within 2 hours of when they were set out.
Okay.
So you've set your food out, maybe 11, 11:30, you've eaten, you've enjoyed visiting with everybody. By about 1:30, you need to be putting that food away. We want to reduce the amount of bacterial growth, and the longer we leave it out at room temperature, the more bacteria grows on it.
Absolutely.
So to keep those leftovers safe, we want to get them put away. And usually you have big chunks of food. If you have a ham, you might have a whole ham. So you want to take those pieces and cut them into smaller pieces and then put them in shallow containers, because
Tupperware then.
Yeah,
right?
Shallow containers, or even in baggies for that meat. You could put the meat in a baggie. It allows the food to cool a little bit faster, and we want to make sure that we get that food cooled down to 40 degrees or below as quickly as possible.
All right.
To reduce the amount of bacterial growth.
Of course. And what foods are freezer safe?
So some foods are freezer safe and some obviously are not. So any kind of a salad that has a leaf in it, like a lettuce salad or something like that, is not going to freeze real well. Things that have mayonnaise in them probably aren't going to freeze very well. When food freezes, the water in it expands, and so it could make it runny, it could make it split, whatever the food is. So you find that a lot when you're freezing different things. Potatoes are great to freeze.
Really?
So they would be a good one to freeze. Any kind of
gravy?
Gravy, you could freeze gravy. Any kind of vegetable that's by itself can be frozen very easily.
Okay, so like
your
corn
or your beans, those kinds of things. Pie can be frozen depending on what kind it is. And then you just need to make sure that everything that you put in the freezer is wrapped well, it's airtight, so it doesn't get any drying out or take on any smells from anything else in your freezer, or give a smell to something else in your freezer.
Oh, of course. All right. So good tidbits on what to do with your leftovers, or you could just eat it all, save the leftovers, and make nice turkey sandwiches. That's also a household favorite. But Holly, thank you so much for joining us, and great tips for Thanksgiving. We're all so excited to eat and celebrate tomorrow. And stay tuned, because we got more news coming up right after this.
It's out with Thanksgiving and in with Thanksgiving during the 4-day Black Friday sale.